Takahisa Taniguchi is an environmental activist from Japan. He established schools in Guinea in Africa. He was a consultant at a global bank, M&A, and was a director of a global IT company. In 2019, being aware of the rising climate crisis, he initiated a movement called chikyuwomamorou, which means save the planet. And he started generating knowledge about the consequences of climate change, and he mobilized the civil society organizations to take concrete actions. He has been invited to lectures on climate change and its effects. Mr. Taniguchi is a world traveler. He has traveled more than 60 countries to raise awareness on climate change and ecological threats. Mr. Taniguchi, you have the floor, sir.
Okay, thank you very much. Thank you very much for your introduction. Hi, thank you very much for your time today. It is an honor to present this great event. I am Takahisa Taniguchi, environmental activist from Japan. I give lectures all over Japan to raise awareness about climate change. I have gone wherever people ask me to come to give lectures. So far, I have given lectures 736 times within 1 year and a half, so basically more than once a day on average. Climate change is one of the biggest problems the human race has ever confronted. It has been already causing impacts in front of our very eyes. Let me introduce some of them, though you may know them already. There are more and more severe droughts, which are causing water and food shortage. Hurricane and heavy rain and flood are getting more intense. In this summer, it caused debris flow in Shizuoka Prefecture in Japan, my own country, and record-breaking flood in Western Europe, which left more than 1,300 people missing. Record-breaking temperatures are occurring everywhere. In June, a village in Canada hit 49.6 degrees. Canada is the second coldest country next to Russia, and the average temperature for the same timing is 24 degrees. More than 700 deaths were reported in Canada within the week, likely because of the heat wave. 48.8 degree was recorded in Italy in August, which is the highest temperature ever recorded in Europe. And 54.4 degree was recorded in Death Valley in California in July. Those dry weathers and high temperatures are making wildfires more intense, which are accelerating deforestation and releasing CO2 even more into the air, making the Earth's tipping points even closer. More than 20 degrees was recorded in Antarctica and 38 degrees in Arctic last year, which are melting the ice sheets much faster than scientific prediction, causing sea level rise, which are leaving coastal people with no choice but to migrate. And during natural disaster, it is reported that women are 14 times more likely to die when compared to men. What is even more terrifying is when people start losing places to live, as well as the resources, then they start fighting over the leftover scarce resources. So climate change is not only an environmental matter, it is a matter of peace. The first thing we would lose due to climate change is not nature, it is peace. Some people may be indifferent to climate change, but there is nobody who can be irrelevant to the climate change anymore. Before I started this activity, I was running my own business in Germany, which is plastic-free product trading company to fight plastic waste problem. When I was in Germany, I met these children hitting the street, asking adults to take action to prevent climate change and saving their future. When I met them, I was really shocked and ashamed because I hadn't taken any action before that to prevent climate change, to save the next generation's future. That was when I decided to become an activist, and I was thinking over why it is not being solved. My conclusion was that because people simply do not know about climate change well enough. And I thought that is rather hope. Hope realizing the fact that people do not know about climate change, especially in Japan, where I'm from. Once people know it, they shall change. That's the reason I decided to go around Japan, telling people about climate change. So far, I met about 50,000 people. When I tell people, a lot of people ask me, why don't you talk to the government or companies or media directly? Change, because it's faster. Of course, there are responsibilities they should take, but I think it is time to reconsider that who chose them to begin with. The government is chosen by people by voting, and the companies and the medias are chosen by people by shopping and watching. Shopping and watching are also voting as well, after all. So unless the people change, I'll show them. The country's government, companies, or media can never be better than the people of the country. That is something we should face. Everyone thinks of changing the world, but no one thinks of changing oneself. That's why I keep telling people, one by one. And I believe this is the action which should be taken if you really want to change the society, at the same time as calling the government for action. Democracy counts. Everyone counts. The real power belongs to us, after all. We are the last best hope of Earth and our beloved ones. We are the first generation to be impacted by the climate crisis and the last generation to stop it. Thank you.